Okay, so the Blue Dogs of Camp Blue, which is the Democrats, as we can see, they're no longer in power. So it's the GOP, Camp Red, the Red Dogs, whatever the hell you want to call them. But basically, these are the two polar opposite camps. Now, as we know, when it was the Blue Dogs that were running everything over there, most people don't realize the political system in here. We're not putting these people in. Okay, we're gonna look as pathetic as they want us to look on the world stage. For example, the Blue Dogs had put that nine-headed creature that was called the Council Presidential Transition. We didn't put that. Not one person in there selected, not one person on the terrain selected one member. Okay, what the world will understand historically, that place since 1915. Our leadership has been selected for us because we have been under occupation, not colonization, occupation. But we have some of our people that are extreme. They're like, well, you might as well say occupation shit. Our leadership is selected for our finances selected. So it's comical. It's very comical when you see people that have not done their research and don't really understand the narrative. And then unfortunately, there are a lot of people even within our house that don't understand. You don't control the leadership. They've been controlling this since 1915, man. I mean, they came in factually 1910, but 1915 is when they started to control the whole thing. And basically, our system will look like based on what's there. If it's the red, if it's the camp, if it's the red camp, then we will have policies, and everybody that's on the terrain will align with the red camp. If it's blue, then everybody will align with the blue team. Because I thought it was very weird that in our country we had people that was blued out. We're more blue than a little bit. And I was like, what's up with all the goddamn blue? And then people were like, oh, they're part of the Democrats. And I said, well, I thought. They said, no, no. This app over here, they do the selection for us, okay? And since they do the selection of leadership for us, and I'm like, what? People don't realize that everything has to go over to DC to get approved for its leadership. That is why you see them over there a lot. And this is not the only place that's being done here. Because most people realize America is an empire. People don't realize that. And America is probably the biggest empire the world has ever seen. Ever, 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 ever seen. I don't think we'll ever get to see an empire this scale and the scope of the United States of America. When that bad boy go down, wee, we're not seeing anything like this at all. I don't think anyone can even come close to that bad boy. Cause that bad boy is whooping ass and chewing gum. I mean, I don't even think that bad boy should put no caps in anybody's head right about now. I think that bad boy, like, all he gotta do is just take a look. Okay, that's it. He ain't gotta say nothing. All he gotta do is turn his damn head and take a look, and it's on. It's like that. It's not even to the point where he gotta like put hands or anything or say anything. Just a simple glance, and everybody know. Okay, and basically, it's not just in the Caribbean. It's not just in South America. It's not just in Africa. It's in Asia, people. It's East Asia, West Asia, Europe. It's all over the damn place, man. Where people don't really understand this camp, and I had to come to understand what that was, what that was, and basically, um, like I was saying, GOP, the red base, Camp Red Base. They always thought, because I remember they said when he got in office, he said, "Who came up with this dumbass idea? Why they have nine presidents over there? Get rid of that shit." Now, don't forget, Democrats put that bullshit in there. And you know what's so funny about them putting that bullshit in there? They did this shit about 20 years ago. They did this shit when they ran Aristide out there in 2004. And you can always tell when it's Democrats. Democrats always do some real fucked up shit, especially to black people outside of America. If you want to see the most fucked up, heartbreaking shit that ever go down, if your black skin and the Democrats is in the party, they're gonna do it to your black ass country. They're gonna do it to your black ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like there is this innate hatred of blackism throughout the planet. Like um, domestically, they like domestically, like it's what we call itagu in my culture. They bite, blow, and kiss and lick. So between the blowing, the kissing, and the licking, they're hoping you won't realize the biting. And that's really what they do to black people that live in America. They bite, they lick. they blow and they kiss. So by the time they look, and the bite is always microscopic. It's nothing where you can be, you just feel like, ooh, you feel like you're just turning, ooh. But by the time you look at the person, you should catch him just blowing. You should just catch him just licking and blowing and kissing. So you should never really catch the bite. That's the Democrat. The Democrat practice good. Okay, that's what they practice. Okay, um, so they're gonna have to leave because the GOP. I know that they had the little rat, the little rat dipped in water. He was from the Democrat rap. I'm gonna do a little episode on the rat dipped in hot water. He was part of the blue dog, the blue camp. They had to get his little ass out there. So they had called him when the Republican got in there. The Republicans like, yo, get your ass out of there. Because here's the thing, the Republicans, uh, the blue base right now, no, I mean the red, GOP red base. They more into business, okay? They don't rock with that fucking violent shit. Because for them, they're about business. They can't do business if you got motherfuckers dying in front of the door. You got motherfuckers brains splatting all the place, blood. They're like, da, 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 da. For them, they'll rather just drop a bomb and kill everybody and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? They don't like all this little dirty ass like proxy war shit. It's more like the Democrat, the blue base, the blue dogs. They more so like proxy war. They're into proxy war globally. So a lot of places where you see proxy war, you can bet that the blue dogs had something to do with it. They really into that bullshit. You can bet they're really into it. And then sometimes they get the shit started, and then even you have some of the parts of the red dogs, the red camp, they like it too. So the ones that like little amusement and shit like that probably go like, oh, let me go see where they're at in this. Okay, well, why don't we make them do this? Because everything is a movie, people. Everything's a damn movie. Not only is everything is a movie, the world is a stage. Okay, so the fact that the blue camp can't believe they get you doing these level of atrocity to your own. And sometimes when it's kicked down to the red camp looking at like, yo, they were doing all that. Well, shit, F it. Let me see what I can do. Let me see how far I can push this shit. So that's probably why sometimes the program is stay, because that camp can't believe what they made you do, and the other camp can't believe that you were doing that and want to see if you're gonna do this. And that's what extends some of these proxy wars, okay? Because they themselves, they're asking, damn, you can't tell you just killed your mom, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your uncle. You can't tell you killing people that look like you. And you can't tell that what you're being told to do is just nonsense and you doing it because you've got money being dangled by you. So that's why this should continue. From what I was explaining, it was from what someone had explained. They explained to me how these proxy wars continue in all over the planet. It's this little dumb formula they have. But to make a long sense, I'm like, they leaving. The GOP, they think that's stupid. They don't want to deal with nine fucking heads. I mean, all of it's puppets, all of it's straw man, all of it is a tool, all of it's a tool. None of it is legitimate. The people didn't pick that. That's just what they choose to do business with. And if they choose to do business with, they rather deal with one instead of dealing with the whole. Like what the? They're like, what the fuck? I need nine people in here for shit. Yeah, I understand too. I don't need to be tooled out. Like the hell? I need all this bullshit in here for? So baby, they thought it was stupid, they thought it was dumb, they thought it was retarded. But we're like, and then we like, yeah, that's what the Democrat was doing over there. And then we like, what the Republican got in mind over here, people? Is it more bullshit we can't use? The only difference is that now this time everybody like, okay, um, they're doing a few weird things, but as usual, both of the clique work for oligarchs, whether it be the blue camp, whether it be the red camp. They both work for oligarchs. That's how they get their little money and shit like that. You know, it's just that I personally, it seemed like um, the oligarch system over there has a fraction in it. One half of it want to exterminate the other half, and the half that want to exterminate the other half have aligned with um the red base, the red camp, right? That's what it looked like to me. And the ones that were historically working with the blue camp, They just like fresh out of fucking luck. To be honest with you, fresh out of fucking luck. To be honest with you, because it's like you had allegedly. I ain't seen a man in jail. They shown that he was arrested. So you had Bulus, whatever the fuck they call him, Balas or Bulus, and then you had and for me, you start. I got Accra, Maze, and then you what's that low what's that Syrian Lebanese guy, the one down in Brazil that used to be down in Haiti? You know, he down in Brazil right now. He over there. He's the one to like, oh, we ain't put paying them all. Y'all ass gonna get arrested. I was like, who gonna get arrested? Um, I like he always be wearing low hat about he love being he love Brazil. I'm like, hey, he talk for you, but he got a hat say who he love. And then he had me tickle funny when the CIA had he had like the center intelligent hat on. That stuff was funny when he had that hat on. That stuff really had me laughing. But yeah, they don't want to deal with them because they think it's retarded. I thought it was retarded when I heard it too. Like, what we need non-damn president for? For what? Shit. I mean, damn, one person can't get done. What is non-president gonna do? And then another thing I thought was so stupid. They're like a rotation every 6 months. I'm like, every 6 month rotation for what? What the fuck is it? We ain't no colony. I mean, the occupation has stopped, but the people have been answering to the U.S. for so long that this is a whole century. Bad habit die hard. They always went to the Pentagon. They have access to the Pentagon. People don't know that they have access to it. Uh, that's how one of them though. That's how one of the ambassador got fired. He was talking hella greasy. Somebody got in their feelings and say, "You talking your shit." I'll see about that. I'll see about that. They say he was the one talking about carefully, carefully. That little motherfucker was gone, lady. He like, oh my god, this place. Who did they call? I'm like, yo, cat, they've been taking water for like 100 years plus, man. They like 110 plus years, man. It's occupation, man. What you think go down occupation, man? This ain't kind of occupation. You gotta go check in to the big boy. You better put in there with the big boy because the big boy interest gotta be upheld here now. Come on now, everybody. Respect the big boy interest here now. That's how the game is played. You gotta be true to the game. They just wouldn't feel you told the big boy, hey, this this cat right here, run his goddamn fucking mouth. Don't know how this shit work. Come in here like he better get him, better get him, better get him. I bet he didn't even know that's how they keep the shit running. You gotta have the goons on the floor that is on 100% your payroll. I mean, some call it treason. I said, hell, they need to go to jail for treason. I mean, when you don't work for your own institution, you work for another institution. That's crazy. But that's how they've been flown over there for the last century. So it's kind of, and then they got this new cat. They not even feeling his head like this motherfucker right here gotta go. I'm gonna do one about the one they were calling the little rat. That's why he looked like a little rat dipped in hot water. They couldn't stomach his little ass. They couldn't wait for that damn ambassador to go. Y'all please like and subscribe. Bye.